Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Kausahani binti Muhammad Hairi from Master of Science in Food Science and Technology. And my proposal title is Development of Ice Cream Incorporated with Lamina minor and Wolffia globosa duckweed species, physicochemical properties and sensory evaluation. This is the outline of the whole presentation. For introduction, ice cream is a frozen dairy product that always turned out to be a favorite dessert for every gender, men and women of all people despite ages due to how it affects the mouth by cooling it. Ice cream with duckweed flavor can be made as alternative snacking food that contain healthy benefits to human body. Duckweed plants that are being used in this study is from two different genus which are Lamina minor and Wolffia globosa. Frozen food like ice cream, which is usually feed on as dessert, is loved by everyone, but it is high in caloric value. Next, duckweed plant is rich in nutritional value, mainly protein, which is very suitable supplement for the countries that is rice-based staple food like Malaysia. Besides, duckweed plants are accessible in lakes and ponds at some places in regions of Malaysia, but it is not widely known by public people for its benefits in nutritional content. Hence, the purpose of this study is to produce ice cream incorporated with Lamina minor and Wolffia globosa. The objectives of this study are to analyze the physical chemical of ice cream incorporated with duckweed plant that compose of two species which are Lamina minor and Wolffia globosa. Then, to identify the sensory properties and consumer acceptance of ice cream flavored with duckweed plant. Lastly, to determine the nutritional values of duckweed ice cream. The study is being conducted in order to provide community with alternative nutrient consumption options. Then we have a better understanding on the importance of duckweed plants. Moreover, this study is being carried out in order to improve the consumption of ice cream by proving the attributes that can benefit people's health while also producing a high quality product. Several analyses are performed on the product, providing vital information for future study into the numerous advantages for product development and consumer preferences of ice cream flavored with duckweed or other aquatic plants. For literature review, duckweeds have been acknowledged as food sources by the general populace. They have been used as plant-derived food and feed supplies because of their high yield, economic profit, nutritious content, and favorable public impression. Globally, duckweeds are gaining recognition and acceptance for their ability to be ecologically friendly production properties. They are low cost in cultivation and production as well as rich content of starch and protein make them a suitable part of resource-poor societies' sustainable diets like Laos, Taiwan, Myanmar, and Thailand. Few researchers before this have concluded that duckweed with genus Spirodilla, Landolthia, Lemna, Wolfilla, and Wolffia have a high amount protein content and the quality of amino acid spectrum makes the plant is the best option for human nutrition and duckweeds can replace soybean products as a protein source at least partially, according to Sri. Plant-based diets have a lower connection with cardiometabolic risk and diabetes than red meat. Hence, plant proteins promote human health benefits than animal proteins in preventing type 2 diabetes. This is because of polyphenols in plant protein, increasing fiber intake, and plant protein effects on metabolism of glucose. Furthermore, according to World Health Organization, protein content in all Wolffia species has shown great qualities in the advised value for essential amino acid requirements of preschool age children. But to produce an ice cream, nutritional elements and energy value in it is relies on the quality of the products from which it is composed. In methodology part, this extraction method is based on Ureta et al. 2018, where 50 grams of duckweed plant is washed by distilled water to remove the extra dirt. Then they are oven dried at 70 degrees Celsius, grind into powder, macerated to water for 48 hours with ratio 1 to 5. The obtained extracts are filtered for solidified particles to remove. The aqueous extract is put to lyophilization for 80 hours to obtain the powdered form of the extract and to avoid the degradation of the plant compounds. The ingredients in the ice cream produce are full cream milk, skim milk powder, butter, sugar, lecithin, and dark wheat powder, which are Lamina minor and Wolffia globosa. There are four different concentrations of ice cream that incorporated with dark wheat powder, which are 0.5%, 1%, 1.5%, and 2%, as well as one ice cream without dark wheat powder, which acts as a control. To produce the ice cream, all the ingredients are weighed according to the formulation. Firstly, full cream milk and butter are heated to 65 degrees Celsius until it is homogenized, where they are liquefied until the lumps disappear completely to make a uniform emulsion. Then the mixture is heated to 75 degrees Celsius and later added with skim milk powder, sugar, lecithin, and stir it constantly. The mixture is left for aging overnight. Then the mix is frozen using softy ice cream churner. The dark wheat powder is then mixed with ice cream at the level of 0.5%, 1%, 1.5%, 2.5% levels at the time freezing, with every level has 3 replicates. Lastly, the ice creams are stored at negative 18 degrees Celsius to negative 23 degrees Celsius until the research is further processed. Further analysis is continued, which is proximate analysis, is carried out to determine the moisture, ash, crude protein, crude fiber, and fat content of the ice cream produced. Then, physicochemical analysis is done to study the overrun, color analysis, melting rate, hardness, pH of melted ice cream, and titratable analysis. These analyses are important to distinguish the quality attributes of an ice cream produced. There are also sensory evaluation implicated in this study, which is hedonic test. The test would use the selected formulations to carry out a further investigation on the preference of publics towards the product. The samples then will be evaluated by 65 untrained panelists among communities in Faculty of Applied Sciences in UiTM Shah Alam. They will evaluate their preferences on product appearance, aroma, texture, flavor, and overall acceptability on 9-point hedonic scale. Lastly, Minitab statistical software is used to statistically analyze all the results obtained from the sensory evaluation. ANOVA is performed and the significant difference is defined at p less than 0.05. For the results of all analyses with different ice cream formulations, the results obtained are expressed as the mean values and standard deviation of the 3 replicate sample. The flowchart shows the process on how the study will be carried out. Firstly, the extraction of dark wheat plant, followed by the production of ice cream, and then proximate and physicochemical analysis of the ice cream will be done. The next step is sensory evaluation, and lastly, statistical analysis of results obtained. Finally, this Gantt chart shows the timeline of when the study is carried out and when it will be finished. This is the end of my presentation. Thank you for lending your ears. Have a nice day.